Good evening. I'd like to call the village board meeting for the Village of Cary for Tuesday, May 7th, 2019 to order with roll call, please.
McAlpine? Here. Kraus?
Here.
Betts? Cavilli? Here. Kostler?
Here.
Weinhammer? Here.
Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We'll now move to the open forum where the public is invited to make an issue-oriented comment on any matter of public concern not otherwise on the agenda. I had one individual sign in, but he's for something else. So is there anybody else that would like to address the village board? Anybody else? Okay, we'll go ahead and close open forum 6:01. I have several things on my report tonight. We're going to start with a recognition of Trustee Kostler for his, here's, Jim, did you want me up front here? On behalf of the Village of Cary staff, your constituents, thank you very much. Present to James Kostler in recognition for your service and dedication to the Village of Cary from 2015 to 2015.
Thanks, Mayor. I appreciate that. All I want to say is it's been a privilege serving the people of Cary. Thank you very much.
Can I say something really quick too?
Certainly.
Thanks. I just wanted to thank Jim for the 2 years that I sat on the board with him. I know anytime that I might have had a question, I knew he probably already researched it, and lo and behold, he had. And so it was really nice to be able to call him up and ask him questions because he would research it from different perspectives. And so I appreciated that. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. I'm going to start with Trustee Cavilli.
Out of order.
I'm going to go left to right. Did you want to have your family come up? Okay, go.
Yeah.
Do you want to raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me? I, Kimberly Cavilli,
I, Kimberly Cavelli,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee. All right.
office of village trustee,
Office of village trustee
yes, in the village of Cary,
in the village of Cary,
in the county of McHenry,
in the county of McHenry,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of office of village trustee
the duties of office of village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, welcome
Thank you.
back. She gets a handy dandy, nice folder. Suitable for framing. This one you get to keep, this one Jake gets to keep. Right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Dale Collier, would you join us up front, please? Excited about this? Raise your right hand, please, and repeat after me. I, Dale Collier Jr.,
I, Dale Cowley Jr.,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village trustee
in the village of Cary,
in the village of Cary,
in the county of McHenry,
in the county of McHenry,
aforesaid, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of office of village trustee.
office of village trustee.
Discharge the duties
Discharge the duties
of village trustee
trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know which one's which one's the original? By weight of the paper. There you go. And you may have a seat up here. And Trustee McAlpine. You guys can come out. You raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Ellen McAlpine,
I, Ellen McAlpine,
having been elected to the office of village trustee
having been elected to the office of village
in
trustee
the village of Cary,
in the village of Cary,
in the county of McHenry,
in the county of McHenry,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of office of village trustee
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. Welcome back. I kind of messed that up. So just sign over there.
That's fine. No, that's, I signed one already. Okay, got it, okay.
It's government duplication. And that's yours.
Can I get a quick picture?
Sure. Where do you would like that? Thank you. Okay, as long as I'm standing up here, I have a couple of recognitions. We have Mark Chernak is retiring after 20 years of service with the Village of Cary. I'd like to invite him up. Jen is here too. Do you want to be part of the glory here? Huh?
Behind the scenes.
But for those of you that aren't aware, I'm sure you're aware, everything that gets done in this village comes by very capable hands. And I have, it's kind of a mixed emotions day today. Mark Chernak can be found anywhere within the village at any given time, any event, anything that goes on. This man is there. He knows our village like the back of his hand. And it's the dedication that he is exuded through the 20 years is really remarkable. It's going to be a huge void in our staff, but I'm sure that we'll fill it up. It's got big shoes to fill, Steve. It's got we promoted from within to this, so it's a great opportunity for someone to learn the project or the job. And Eric Morimoto will be great steward of making sure that the next superintendent is equally as qualified as Mark. So we are gratefully thankful for everything that you've done for the village in 20 years, and we wish you great success in your retirement. Jen, good luck.
Thank you, Mayor.
My pleasure.
Yeah, these are the hardest things for a director when you have to see great employees leave. I've had the privilege for 5 years to work with Mark and learn from Mark. He was one of the reasons I took this job, knowing the caliber of people that work here and the level of detail, commitment, and just love of the job that Mark displays every day for the last 5 years that I've known him, and the last 21 years here at the village. The legacy you have here of all the stuff we've accomplished and all the stuff you've set in motion and all the people you've brought up to your level is astounding, and I will miss you. And I'm sure you'll be back to visit us and remind us that you still know what's going on and make sure that we keep doing what we're doing. But I am going to miss you as a friend and as a coworker, and we wish you the best.
Do we get a speech, Mark?
No speech?
What's that?
Do we get a speech?
Goodbye. The trunk is packed and we're heading south.
Thanks again. And one more thing on the celebratory note, we have Scott Nanoff. Would you join me up front here, please? He's one of our 2 deputy chiefs. He's been with the village of Cary for 15 years. Can you hardly believe that? That's crazy, huh? But Scott leads in the operations part of our police department. He is an unbelievable leader. He is always out in the community. People know who he is. And that's great. From a elected official's position, when you have the key players in your staff that are well known by the community, that says that we're doing the right things because they're out there serving people in the village of Cary. We greatly appreciate that and look forward to what's next for the next 15 years. 15. You're too young to even think about that now.
Additionally, Scott has a lot of institutional knowledge with the organization, and he's able to leverage that to guide the operations side of the police department. He's gone well above preparing himself to advance positions within the department. He's completed his master's degree from Lewis University, my alma mater as well. So I expect better things in the years to come from Scott.
And we have a small token, very small token of our appreciation for 15 years. Thank you very much. Yeah, I did. Thank you. Moving on, I've asked for some assistance tonight. My voice is kind of not there. It's on and off, so I spared myself the humiliation of going through a proclamation, but I've asked a couple trustees to help me. Trustee Weinhammer is going to read the Public Works proclamation for us, please.
National Public Works Week, it starts here, May 19th through the 25th, 2019. Whereas public works services provided in our community are an integral part of Cary residents' everyday lives. And whereas the support of an understanding and informed citizenry is vital to the efficient operation of public works services and programs such as water, sewers, streets, and highways, and public buildings. And whereas the health of the community greatly depends on these facilities and services, and whereas the quality and effectiveness of these facilities, as well as their planning, design, and construction, is vitally dependent upon the efforts and skills of public works staff. And now, therefore, Mark Koenig, Mayor of the Village of Cary, does hereby proclaim the week of May 19th through the 25th, 2019 as National Public Works Week in the Village of Cary. And he calls upon all citizens and civic organizations to acquaint themselves with public works and to recognize the contributions that public works staff make every day to our health, safety, comfort, and quality of life.
Thank you. And then Trustee McAlpine will read our police week.
Whereas the Congress and President of the United States have designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day, and the week in which May 15th falls as National Police Week. And whereas the members of the Village of Cary Police Department play an essential role in safeguarding the daily lives of Cary residents. And whereas it is important that all residents of Cary know and understand the duties, responsibilities, hazards, and sacrifices of their police department, and that members of our department recognize their duty to serve the people by safeguarding and safeguarding life and property by protecting them against violence, disorder, and deception. And whereas the men and women of the Village of Cary Police Department continually provide a vital public service. Now therefore, Mark Koenig, Mayor of the Village of Cary, calls upon all residents of Cary to observe the week of May 12th through the 18th, 2019 as Village of Cary Police Department Week, with appropriate observances in which all of our residents may join in commemorating law enforcement officers, past and present, who, by their faithful and loyal devotion to their responsibilities, have rendered a dedicated service to Cary. I further call upon all residents of, he further calls upon all residents of Cary to observe Tuesday, May 15th, 2019 as Police Officers Memorial Day in honor of those law enforcement officers across our land who, through their courageous deeds, have made the ultimate sacrifice in service of their community. Dated the 7th day of May, 2019.
Thank you. I appreciate that. With these two proclamations, it kind of falls in line with what we just did earlier, recognizing a long-term employee with the Public Works Department being 20 years and acknowledging the 15 years of continued service from our police department. It shows that we're doing something right with retaining our employees and keeping the good people here for our residents and businesses. So thank you. I'm not aware of anybody that's bringing anything for trustee reports. Is there anybody that has anything for trustee reports? Okay, we'll go ahead and move on. I will entertain a motion to approve consent agenda items number 1 through 11 as shown on the village's website as displayed on the video monitor during the village board meeting with the amended minutes as presented. There was a typo on one of the minutes, misspelling of a name.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Cavelli? Yes. Weinhammer?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Collier?
Yes. Thank you. Moving to items for separate action, I will entertain a motion to approve an ordinance denying a map amendment and related petition for a conditional use.
So moved.
Second.
This is just a follow-up on an action the board took at the last meeting. This just solidifies that the denial of a map amendment for that petitioner. Roll call, please.
Collier?
Yes.
Weinhammer?
Yes.
McAlpine?
Yes.
Kraus?
Yes.
Cavelli? Yes.
Thank you. Administrator's report, Jake?
Mayor, just wanted to let the village board know this evening, Director Simmons and I had a chance to tour the Pearl development property today. It's coming along great. We feel it's going to be a great addition to the community. Right now, we're working behind the scenes on the agreement for the community room with Pearl and their team. Expect that to be brought forward to the village board at one of our upcoming meetings here.
Thank you. Department reports, Chief Finland?
Two things. First thing is May 17th, the department will be participating in Cap on Tap. We'll be at the Dunkin' Donuts at 3 Oaks and 14. It'll start at 5 o'clock and end at noon. So anyone that's interested in supporting Special Olympics, feel free to stop by, number one. And number two, just a quick report on the drug take-back that we had a couple weeks ago. That day alone, we collected 73.6 pounds of unwanted prescription medication. And for the last session since the fall, we collected 211.6 pounds of unwanted prescription medication that was turned over to the DEA for destruction.
Thank you. Director Morimoto?
Thank you. Just a couple items. Excuse me. The first one, as you may have seen outside of our metro station area, the construction is proceeding. We have some walls and framing going up. The next phase of that project to get the roof structure in place will require some additional modifications to our traffic plan. So beginning in May 15th is the anticipated start date for the next phase of work that will require the closure of the eastern portion of the platform. So all the commuters that are wishing to reach the inbound platform will need to use the western access point. So that's on the west or northwest side of the tracks. So we're getting the word out with some signage by the contractor out in the field now, and we're doing our additional outreach on the website and social media. If you have any questions about that, feel free to let us know. And then second, operationally, as you've probably seen from our other outreach, Spring cleanup with advanced disposal for residential customers in that service has begun for the began for the north half of the village last weekend, and this coming weekend will be the south half, south of Route 14. And then brush collection is underway as well, curbside brush collection and hydrant flushing. So our crews are out and about and very busy, and if you have any questions about anything else, feel free to ask.
Thank you, Eric. Director Simmons?
Just one update for the board this evening. As mentioned at our last village board meeting, the village is working with CMAP in the village of Algonquin on the development of a sub-area plan for the Route 31 corridor. Next Wednesday, on May 15th, a joint visioning workshop will be held that will be open to the public from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at St. John's Lutheran Church in downtown Algonquin. So the public will be invited to come out to that, provide input and feedback on the visioning for the Route 31 corridor land uses that could be potentially utilized in the quarry parks, but also surrounding properties as well for the development of a plan for the future long-term development of that corridor. Invite any public to come out and participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Any future agenda items and discussion by the village board? None said. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.